guys, welcome back to Zagami Beauty. I'm Krysia. If you're new here, welcome. So happy you're here. If you're returning, thank you so much for joining me again. Today's video, finally, I'm going to be reviewing the new Mini Love eyeshadow palette from Natasha Denona. And I actually got all three pieces. So I got the cheek duo, I got the new nude lipstick in Amorosa, then the little Mini Love palette as well. I can't wait to demo these, do a first impressions review for you guys. Before we get into it, I invite you to subscribe, to like this video if you found it helpful. Also leave me a comment down below. Have you guys tried this collection yet? Let me know your thoughts. It's been around for at least 2 or 3 weeks. Very, very cute pink collection. That is it, you guys, for the intro. Let's get straight into this demo. First we have the palette. This one here I've already swatched. You can kind of see it dug into a little bit. Super, super pretty. I'll show you guys some swatches. I guess all the colors spell out something. You are my true love. Oh, so cute. Left to right, You is the topper shade, sort of like a duochrome, really sparkly, pinky golden topper. Next we have a creamy matte, beautiful, warmer mauve tone. Then we have a very dark color, also a matte, cool tone, sort of dark espresso brown. Then we have True, which is a beautiful shimmery shade, one of the most beautiful champagnes I've seen. And then Love, very pretty metallic pinky shade. So beautiful swatched on. Let's get straight into this look. First things first is I took my Detail Pro from Sonia G and applied that matte pink shade in R all the way up along my upper lid and then blowing it out straight up into the crease. I wanted this color to be really diffused and just kind of like a good base color. Next, I took my Crease Pro from Sonia G and that last shade in the palette, it's a metallic shade in Love. I applied that just mainly in my crease area, winging it out just slightly outside my eyeball area, and then bringing it down just a little bit underneath as well. Next, I took a really small, precise brush and that darker matte shade in My. These names are so funny when they're separate. I just wanted to deepen up the crease a little bit and slightly wing it out, but it was going on slightly patchy at first. You'll see later on it does blend out beautifully once you go in again. It is pigmented, it just kind of, I don't know, it's a creamy matte, so it kind of just applies intensely right off the bat, but it does blend out pretty nice, and I just kind of outlined the top lash line as well. Then the Crease Pro and blend. The dark shade, like I said, just blended in beautifully. Next step, fun one. First color in You, and that's going to be a duochrome shade. I just took that one on my finger and applied it all over the top lid. Again, gave it dimension, really easy shade to work with, super creamy, slightly sheer, but definitely still has a duochrome quality to it. Next, that beautiful champagne shade in True. I like adding something light on right on the eyeball, right on the center, just to give it a bit of a pop. And then I added that also onto my inner corner and brow bone. Final step, that dark shade in My, I just took that and lined my upper lash line really close, again just the outer edge and inner edge, just to kind of finish it off, give some definition, and then make my eyeball look a little bit less round. Okay, eye look is done. We'll put mascara on at the end. I just want to go straight into the cheek duo. This cheek duo actually has a cream blush, and then it has sort of a duochrome topper highlighter type shade next to it. I really enjoy Natasha Denona's packaging. I think it's just so pretty. Let's just shake it this way. And then my girls love this packaging, of course. So cute, little hearts and glitters. And then this is the inside. So we have the cream side here and then the duochrome topper shade. I really thought this shade here was going to be more violet, more slightly pinky purple. It actually comes off as quite gold. Before we do swatches, I wanted to compare it to this Diamond and Blush palette. Mine's kind of worse for wear because this came out and I had to squish it together. Up here we have a cream shade, and then we have a duochrome slightly topper shade here, which really reminded me of this palette. To the left, I have the new Cheek Duo palette, the cream, and then the topper shade. To the right of that, I have the cream shade in the Diamond and Blush palette, as well as that topper duochrome shade next to it. The new Cheek Duo has a little bit more of a pinky cream blush tone to it. The highlighter is slightly pink, but definitely shifts a little bit more gold than the one next to it, which is the Diamond and Blush palette in Darya. Cream blush has more of a coral undertone, but that topper duochrome is definitely more pinky violety than it is gold. I feel like a lot of us probably have this. I mean, it went on sale not long ago. I'm going to do one side with this new cheek duo, and then I'm going to do the other side with the cream blush and topper from the Darya palette and see if you really need it. Upon looking at them and swatching them, I think they're going to be quite similar, and if anything, I prefer more of a violety pinky topper than I do a golden topper. So we'll go ahead and just stipple some on. It has a very, I'm gonna say, slightly slippy texture. It's not overly creamy. It's almost like a cream to powder. No problems putting, of course, a topper on top. I'm not gonna be shy because I love blush, especially with like a pinky violety look like this. I wanna go crazy. So I wiped my stipple brush and I'm just gonna go ahead and use that creamy shade from the Darya palette. Definitely more corally, you can tell almost right away. All right, let's top it up now. I'm just gonna grab a synthetic brush and just go a little bit nuts because it is a topper shade. I can probably go a little bit crazier. And already you can see it's slightly pink, but it is shifting quite golden. I'll put a little bit more on. Really, really pretty though. So I wiped that same brush and I'm gonna go in with that topper there from the Darya. I can tell a difference already. I hope the camera can pick it up. So here we have, it's more golden in terms of the topper shade. This side definitely more violety, more pinky. If we're going to be super, super specific and nitpicky, which we should, I'm definitely going to say there's a difference. This you're going to get more of a warmer look, even though the cream blush is slightly more pinky and cooler. I'm also going to go as far as to say this topper from the Love Cheek Duo is definitely more sparkly or glittery than the one from the Darya palette. You're getting that violet golden shift, but it's more smooth. It's more of a sheen, whereas this one definitely is more of a sparkle. But very similar formulas, I would say. I'm gonna go put on some mascara and then we'll finish off the look with the new lipstick in Amorosa. Mascara is on and let's go in and put on this lip. Very similar bullet, just in that really magenta fuchsia type color. This actually is a little bit more brown than I thought it was going to be. I really thought it was gonna have a little bit more of a pinky or mauve undertone based on the description, and I don't really do well with brown tones. Still very pretty, and her lipsticks are a really beautiful formula. Very creamy. They set down just a little bit, like not overly set. They still retain some of that creaminess. A slightly nice vanilla kind of like cookie scent. I'm not going to use a liner, by the way. Super creamy. I think it does go well with this look. It's not overly pink, which maybe doesn't fight against a lot of the pink in the makeup products. This is the final look, you guys. I love how this turned out in terms of the blushes. I don't know, I feel like I do like the Darya better. I just like a little bit more of a pinky topper lately, especially with an all pink look. They're both pretty and they're quite different in terms of the toppers. You're gonna get a little bit more of a goldy pink and this more of a violety, straight up slight champagne shift to it. Which side do you guys like better? I don't know if it's kind of hard to tell. The formula is very similar. The new Cheek Duo just has a little bit more micro type glitter versus the Darya. That one seems to be a little bit more of a sheeny effect, especially up close. So just to recap, I love the eyeshadow palette. It performs really, really, really well. That dark shade is quite pigmented and creamy, and so initially it goes on what seems patchy. Once you blend it, it's totally fine. The cheek palette is beautiful, definitely more glittery than I thought it was going to be, and definitely a little bit more shifting gold. That to me is a little bit disappointment, only because I like more pink kind of shift shades. But that's just a personal preference. It still glides on really, really nice. The Darya palette does seem to be a little bit smoother in terms of that topper shade, just a slight bit, and definitely more violety, pinky based. The lip, I don't like it. I like the formula, but I'm really disappointed that it is so brown, and I almost want to take it off. I don't feel like it's doing the look justice. It just doesn't suit my skin tone, and that's fair enough. So I'm gonna go in with Dance Floor Princess from Charlotte Tilbury. That just seems to be kind of like my perfect nude. I already like that better. Because it's not brown, it's kind of bringing out the rest of the colors on my face, and I prefer this one for sure. Right, that's it for today's video, you guys. I hope you found it helpful. Don't forget to subscribe as well before you guys go today. I wish you all the best, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.